not saying the Android's a bad phone. I'm just saying the compatibility is awful.
The Galaxy S10 is the most popular phone. If anything, your iPhone is not compatible with Android.
Fam, you sent me a video last week, and it was literally a pixelated slideshow. What's the point of having a high-quality camera if you can't send it to anyone?
But you have to admit my camera quality is really good in our APN meetings.
What's that have to do with anything? Bro, that's because you have a pre-recorded video. I don't know how you did it, but you recorded a 10-minute loop of yourself and put that as your screen for Google Meets.
How did you find out?
It was really obvious. You brushed your hair back the exact same way every 10 minutes for a month.
Please don't tell anyone.
Nah, don't worry, I won't tell anyone. It's not like this is being broadcast. Today we'll continue our coverage of Black History Month with part 2 of that story, tell you what happened with the 2021 California PTA Legislation Conference, and another segment of Politi-Corner.
Show what the day of an athlete is like during COVID and where to satisfy your food truck cravings in 626 spaces.
Big thanks to Goki Cafe for sponsoring this week's episode. Stay tuned for an exclusive discount code for your next purchase there. I'm Quinn.
And I'm Junyi. Welcome to Show 18. Every year, $6 billion is available to California college students. But oftentimes, students ending up paying the full cost of tuition because they just simply don't apply for the aid. Apply for the FAFSA as soon as possible by going to FAFSA.gov, so you are able to reduce the burden of college costs through programs like the Cal Grant. The deadline for this grant and the UC financial aid is March 2nd, so don't miss out.
In part 1 of our Black History Month coverage, we discussed how this remarkable celebration came to be. In our second installment of the series, Kevin highlights some of the important Black figures that have made significant impacts on the story of America.
While Black History Month is commemorated for its impact on the world, it is crucial to appreciate the significant influence left by many Black Americans. Many current figures such as Kamala Harris being the first female, first Black, and first Asian American Vice President of the United States.
We do. We not only see what has been, we see what can be.
Amanda Gorman being the youngest inaugural poet in the history of America.
We've learned that quiet isn't always peace in the norms and notions of what just is.
And Jordan Peele being the first Black screenwriter to win the Academy Award for Best Original Screenplay.
I thought it was impossible. I thought it wasn't going to work. I thought no one would ever make this movie, but I kept coming back to it because I knew if someone let me make this movie, that people would hear it and people would see it.
Black History Month is about making sure, like in our social science classes, are as inclusive as possible. To view that all kinds of different people played a role in our history.
I think what we really should teach the future generations about Black History Month is that Black history is not just Black history, but it's American history, and that it's important to learn about the experiences, contribution, and perspectives of Black Americans.
This remarkable month will continue to inspire future generations. This has been Kevin. Stay safe, stay strong, and stay united.
There might not be any snow on the ground, but California weather is unpredictable. So it's best to be prepared for anything. How about you spice up your wardrobe by pre-ordering a quarter zip from Class of 2023's Prom-Com fundraiser. For just $30, one of these gray embroidered jackets can be yours. Sales end on February 28, so don't wait.
PTSA. That's an organization that all students hear of but don't know much about. Yes, it hosts fun activities for elementary students and donates money to high school programs, but its main goal is to serve as an advocate for school communities in public policy. Lawrence is here to recap his virtual experience at the 2021 California PTA Legislation Conference.
We can no longer use the one-size-fits-all approach to education and to education funding.
The remarks of Anna King, the president-elect of the California PTA, exemplify the significance of this year as we seek to eliminate the inequities that hold our communities down. As one of Arcadia's student delegates to the 2021 California PTA Legislation Conference, I hope that my short monologue will serve to convey how important your voice truly is. This conference is an annual gathering of PTAs from across California that not only informs members about the state PTA's annual advocacy goals, but also gives the public a chance to learn more about state governance and the education system by interacting directly with politicians and education experts. With equity being the conference theme this year, I got to hear about how a school principal redesigned his school's environment to raise up young, underserved minds. How a broad coalition of legislators are currently working to diversify California's high school curriculum. And through my visits with Arcadia's representatives, I got to directly speak to them about equitable funding for minority communities and giving all students the chance to maximize their academic and social potential through advanced courses. It's not every day that you get to be in the same place as senior government officials. It's not every day that, you get to see how the people's will makes ripples through legislation and state budgets. But when the conference ends and you return to regular life, you return knowing that you truly had a say in your government and improved the lives of future students. This has been Lawrence, reporting for APN and representing Arcadia.
With the recent cancellation of the Los Angeles County Fair, a lot of us are bummed to be missing out on that tasty carnival food that we only get once a year. To keep our spirits up and our taste buds dancing, Wilson is here to let us know where you can get your carnival food fix on in this week's edition of 626 Spaces.
Some people might come into the Rose Bowl to put in some steps in a workout, but foodies like me are here on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights to try out burgers, churros, and drinks at the Fair Foodie Fest. From funnel cakes to burgers, carnival foods has always been a staple in most of our lives. Due to COVID, however, many of us have missed out on them. Luckily, the Fair Foodie Festival is here to serve in some carnival classics such as funnel cakes, corn dogs, and turkey legs. Of course, there's a lot more to it than just that. The festival also serves a cheeseburger that uses a Krispy Kreme donut as its bun. There are plenty of different foods for you to choose from, and of course, we can't forget about the sweets and the slushies. The festival is also enforcing a strict COVID precaution protocol where a drive-thru only system is implemented and only takeouts are allowed. On top of that, they will only accept credit cards, so if you're broke like me, make sure to use that Chinese New Year money to treat yourself since the food at the festival can be quite pricey. Be sure to stop by in the month of February while the festival lasts on Fridays from 5 to 10 p.m. or Saturdays and Sundays from 12 to 10 p.m. right here in Lot K of the Rose Bowl. For now, this has been Wilson, and back to you guys so I can go finish my food.
Did this week feel short to you? I could have sworn that today was Tuesday.
Yeah, it did feel short. It's probably because we had no school on Monday. What did you do on your week off?
Oh, right. The much needed day off really helped my mental well-being. I spent the whole day relaxing.
It's always good to take some time for yourself, especially during the second semester. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and feel behind in school.
Yeah, what I do is take deep breaths in and then exhale all my bad thoughts. It sounds really cliche, but it clears my head of negativity and I feel so much better afterwards.
That sounds relaxing. How did you do it?
Oh, it really is. How about I show you while we go on a break? Arcadia High School's third annual Beyond You presentation was held digitally last evening. If you missed the live event, don't worry. You can still check out the recording of all the amazing hands-on classes, Apache News included, that are available next semester. Check it out on our YouTube page under Special Events. Enjoy!
It's been a busy week in political world, from Trump's second impeachment trial to controversy surrounding our own governor, Gavin Newsom. And with ever approaching Biden's 100, here's Riley to fill us in with this week's episode of Politi-Corner.
I'm Riley, and this is Politi-Corner. It's been a busy week in the realm of politics, so let's get straight into it. Back to more national news. Biden's 100 plan is in full effect. Biden has issued a 100-day halt in deportations, has issued a challenge to the American people to mask up for 100 days, and pledges to have 100 million Americans vaccinated by the end of his first 100 days.
100 million shots in the first 100 days. And we'll follow the guidance of science to get the vaccines to those most at risk. That includes healthcare professionals, people in long-term care, and as soon as possible, it will include educators. This will be the most efficient mass vaccination plan in U.S. history.
Along with funding towards much-needed vaccine supplies, production, and distribution from a national level. He also wishes to see 100 days of quote-unquote bipartisanship and national unification, however, has seemed to transition from House and Senate Republicans to state-level Republicans as negotiations over the $1.9 trillion relief package wrap up. He has kept its promise, however, as $1,400 for each American is one of the key points of this package. And that was a recap of all events this week. Tune in to APN, where we'll keep you up to date in all things politics here on Politi-Corner.
Normally, APN members Lawrence and Safia will debut yet another insightful episode of our podcast APN Waveform, also known as K-Arc. But since APN has a lot of exciting content in the works this week, we are pushing back Season 2, Chapter 6 of the podcast to next week. This also means that CAPTA AFK will be pushed back by a week as well. We hope that all of you will stay tuned once K-Arc returns.
In spite of our online school environment, our sports teams are still doing the best they can to prepare for a possible CIF season. But what is that really like for these athletes? Here's two of our own APN members, Ian and Harrison, to show us what a day in the life of a high school baseball player is like.
So it's currently 6:40 a.m., but before I start my morning workout, I need to brush my teeth and get changed. Because I work on Thursdays, I wake up early to work out from 6:30 to 8. I eat breakfast before, and then I have a protein shake before I'm off to my classes from 8:30 to 1. After school ends, I have a quick lunch, followed by an Apache News meeting. Then I'm off to practice at 2.
So my day starts around 8 a.m. because I don't have a first period. After I wake up, I brush my teeth and then head to the kitchen and make my breakfast, which consists of Greek yogurt, 2 poppy seed bagels with peanut butter, bowl of Cheerios and milk, and 2 bananas. My first class starts around 10:05, and then I finish school around 1. After school, I eat lunch really quickly, and then go to my APN meeting, and then it's time to change and drive to the field.
Currently in the outfield. We're shagging balls today.
Practice ends around 5, and then it's gym time, and even though I'm a little tired, I have a 90-minute back and bicep workout. By the time I finish, it's usually around 7, and then it's time to do homework for the next couple hours.
Alright, once I get home from practice, it's shower time. After I shower, I finish my homework and do it again the next day.
Well, that's all the time we have. We hope you gained valuable insight into the lives of athletes. For now, this has been Ian and Harrison reporting for Apache News.
You know, I'm really gonna miss all this once we leave.
Miss what?
The little things, you know, like writing the script, getting all mic'd up, and then anchoring. Oh, I wish you were able to experience a live show.
Yeah, I bet it would have been fun, but I'm glad I got to anchor, even if it was virtual.
Yeah, you're right. If 2020 taught me anything, it's to live in the moment and not take anything for granted. Thanks for tuning in, and special thanks to Goki Cafe for sponsoring this week's episode. If you want to sponsor a future show, be sure to contact us at apachenews@ausd.net.
Be sure to like and subscribe and stay up to date on our latest content. Also follow us on our social media platform, which are listed down below. This has been Junyi.
And this has been Quinn Hettich. See you next week, Arcadia.